Hello, and welcome to the Rummaging Ferret. So real quick, before I go ahead and put these into a different room, because I've got my typewriting table here. This is kind of my second stint into resin. I want to make resin jewelry so I can put it up in my shop. So this has a feather in it. It's got a little bit of kind of like a blue kind of smoky effect. And I wasn't sure if you could see the feather, so I actually put a bunch of like moss behind it because it's a white feather. This one has two feathers crossing, and again, because the feathers are pure white, I did this kind of smoky hazy effect, which is kind of similar to this one over there, but I didn't put moss behind it. And these are just going to be pendants. These are just kind of trial runs. This one here actually has two dark little feathers in it, and I mixed alcohol ink and glitter to see what that turns out. This is confetti. It's a llama on a cactus. This is just alcohol ink swirled in to see what that's gonna look like, and that's kind of more of a crystal pendant. And then this has a similar kind of setup to this one with the llama and the cactus, but I did a background of ink a lot thicker, like I just put drops in there to see what it would do. So we're gonna test those and we're gonna see how that goes. I bought the resin material a while back. So these are all my resin supplies, and some Fimos in here too, because I was thinking I could make something like a sculpture, like a tiny sculpture, and then mold it and then make resin out of it so I could duplicate it. Oof, fumes. I should be wearing my mask still. I wore a mask while I did this, that's why I didn't film it. But this was the first attempt, and this was a ring. So, but I had put Vaseline in it so I could get it to release from the mold. Hang on, it's still wanting to focus on something else. Hello? There we go. So, I had put Vaseline on here to help release it from the mold, and it came out cloudy because of that. Now these have like the little sparkles in it, and then it's also got like the moss bits in there too, if you can see that. Plus it's got India ink mixed in with it, or alcohol ink, I'm sorry, alcohol ink mixed in with it. There's a big chunk of moss right there. But if you look, it almost looks like lightning, the moss. It looks really, really cool in there. But it's cloudy, it needs to be sort of polished and sanded smooth. But the other thing too is I didn't go all the way to the lip of the mold, so it has this janky edge. I think if I just pour it and let it bubble and fill all the way up, then I wouldn't have gotten that janky edge. But for first try, I think that's pretty cool, you know? Be cool to make more of these. So we'll see how some of these turn out. I'm curious about what this one's gonna turn out, because it's got a little bit of that smokiness in it and the glitter, so we'll see. I'm huffing fumes right now, so I need to get this moved into a different room. Bye. Okay, so it's been 24 hours. This was actually a cup I was keeping like spare tools in and stuff. Look at that. The glitter. You get like a little wispiness in there. It's been a day. They're still a little tacky, but I'm too excited to see what I got, so I'm just gonna pop them out. Here we go. Oh, you can't see the feather at all. Wow, okay. So it just looks like moss. There's a feather in there, believe it or not. Edges seem a little... Oh! Okay. I may not be able to pull the other ones out yet. This is not fully dry. See how I can crinkle the sides and the edges. Whoops! Alright, so these still need to dry. Why can you not see the feather in there? You can't see the feather at all. Sorry. Like, there's a feather in there, but you can't see it. Not one bit. And because it's still kind of not dry. It's been 24 hours. Well, now I know. This is why we do things, so we can learn. Alright. Yeah, there's no... I don't see the feather that I put in there. Like, and it's not in there, so I know it's not there. So I'll have to put these back out to dry. Huh. Okay. I found the feather. So the feather is in there. You see that almost ghosty looking spot up here? It is so hard to see. But it's sitting right there. I guess it moved there when I put the moss in, because it was in the center. And there's the hole for the pendant, so it would have sat like that. So it was sitting there, and it... I guess the moss pushed it down into the corner. You can kind of see it right there. You see that darker line? That's actually the shaft of the feather. That's so weird. Oh, you can kind of see it there, see? Oh, so it shifted up. Okay. So the tip of the feather is actually right there. And so it's sitting there, you can see it. But it's very ghosty here. You can barely see it. Okay, so now that they're solid enough, I can turn them over and you can kind of see some glitter, but the glitter's not actually in the acrylic, at least on this one. Oh, that came out really cute. Look at that. It's like an pearl iridescent llama and a cactus. I like that. And then this one's just straight clear. Although the back is kind of warped a little bit because that was the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. How it looks kind of wavy and warped. And that's because that was the last one I did. That was the bottom juice of the cup. Not this cup, but like my pouring spout. I've got a silicone kind of like beaker that I use for resin, so I'm not using like a bunch of plastic cups or anything. And this one actually has two feathers that crisscross. And there's one feather that goes that way, and then one feather that goes that way, and then there's this blue acrylic paint. I think I just stuck my finger in it. I hope not. Be more careful. On that one, I've got acrylic purple ink and a little bit of blue ink in there, and then there's two feathers that crisscross almost like skull and crossbones similarly. And then there's that one I just pulled out that I put back in, but... Well, it was a cool experiment. And now I know that some feathers, some white ones, like that one might show up, but this one, it's so hard to see. You probably won't be able to see it when it's done. And then I also did this one, which I'm not going to take out, but this is just... And look at that. That looks pretty cool, though. You can see the acrylic ink in it. So I'm kind of excited to see what that did. But I gotta go let them dry a little bit longer because that's still tacky to the point where I'm leaving finger marks on it. Okay, so these have been able to dry for a while and they're still tacky. So either my resin's too old or it's... Wow. Or maybe I didn't mix it enough. This one seems okay. Oh, this one's okay too. Okay, so it's really kind of this one. Here we go. This one has two feathers crossing over in it. And this one feels alright. Okay. This one has a lot of moss in it. You can see it on the back, kind of poking up. But that feels pretty solid. So the one that feels super sticky is this one, and I'm a little worried that I'm not going to be able to get that out of the mold. Oh, this one's sticky too. Okay, so maybe I didn't mix it well enough. Because I think these two were the first ones that I poured. I think these were the later ones that I poured. So I didn't mix it thoroughly enough, which was probably my problem. Because that's super tacky. And I know I did this one kind of last, so... Well, that's kind of pretty. That's got 2 feathers in it too. And then I used alcohol ink and glitter. Kind of like it from this side better. But that's still sticky. So... Okay, so I just need to make sure that I stir it well enough. This one's a little tacky, but it's not too bad. And it's just... You see how marred it is on the back. That's llama and cacti, and it's just sequence. Oh, that one came out good. So it's sequence in the front, and then I did the alcohol ink on the back. And yeah. Little air bubble right there, but it's not as tacky. I like that though. That's cool. Yeah, and this was pretty cool. This was kind of where I set my tools in. So I wouldn't get, you know, stuff all over everything. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get this off. Oh. Oh. There's some movement. Maybe. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Look at that. All the glitter's kind of in the front. And actually, that feels fully cured. It's the top that doesn't. Take my gloves off. Yeah, that feels fully cured. A little bit of tackiness to it, but not really. It's barely, but it's, you can tell, I don't know if you can, but it's scuffing the surface of it. Oh, that's pretty. You can see how it's scuffing. Me putting my finger on there is kind of leaving scuff marks on it, because it's a little soft still. And this has been setting for a couple weeks, maybe? But that's super tacky on the back. Yeah, this one's a little tacky on the back side. So I might keep these, but I might put them... This actually has a feather in it. You can see that little ghost stripe right there. Yeah. That's... tacky. But the front's more cured. So I think maybe, I don't know if it's just I've got old material that I'm working with. Old acrylic that I opened like a year ago. Or if I just need to make sure I stir it way better. But I think what I'll do is I will put these in a Ziploc. And save these for the oops pile. Because they're cool, and like, they did what I needed them to do, is to see what the stuff would look like inside of acrylic. They just didn't cure correctly. Sticking to my finger. I really like this one. But when I do this next time for the alcohol ink, I need to make sure I get it in the tops and the bottoms so I don't have that clearness. That almost looks like a nebula, doesn't it? I think most of the glitter sank to the bottom because it sat like that, right? Oh, I would have to cut that off too. Okay, live and learn. We're learning things. I've never poured this mold before, so that's cool. Alright.
Hello.
we go. That's not perfect. It's very 80s. The paint splatters. The bottom came out better. Look at that. Even down here was nice. Down here, not so much. There's a little bit of paint on the carpet. Just in there. That's not too bad. So what I'm doing is putting blue painter's tape on at least one edge of the board, because when I put them in, they're scuffing the walls. Oh, you can't see the other marks, but they're leaving blue paint on the walls. So what I'm doing is putting the non-painter's tape end in first, and then using the painter's tape to slide it down without leaving marks on my wall, the scuff marks. Oh, I might have wanted to do this differently. I probably should have started at the bottom and then did my way up. Too late to turn back now. Okay. No scuff marks. Oh, mistake. Oh, it scuffed a little. Barely tell. Oof. Why is that such a tight fit? Oh. Oh, I can hear the painter's tape rolling. I don't think this board's gonna fit. I don't know why. Oh. Oh, it marred my paint. Some minor scuffing, but I think overall it looks good. Those doors eventually gotta get painted blue, hence the reason why it has the smiley face and stuff on it. There is no light in here. So it's quite dark, but I like it. I can't get it all in shot because everything is small. And this is all the stuff that was in here, so it's gonna get put back in. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed me and my ferrets, it's free to subscribe, and remember, there's magic in art.